Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes, because that's what we love to do here, is we love to talk about Patrick Mahomes. I thought he had an underrated day in the Super Bowl, which is an insane thing to say, right? Because Patrick Mahomes is obviously amazing. Everyone went crazy about him winning his second Super Bowl. You know, he won Super Bowl MVP, but I thought he did some other things that maybe is getting overlooked a little bit. I think people look at the box score stats and see sort of the lack of bulk stats and kind of say, well, how impressive of a performance was it really? But again, you can't just look at bulk stats. He only had 8 possessions, and one of those possessions started at his opponent's 5-yard line. So there's only so much you're going to be able to, only so many yards you're going to be able to rack up. But I did some really subtle things in this one that allowed the Chiefs to get the victory. And we're going to start off with a play early on that was just one of those classic Mahomes plays of, when we talk about quarterbacks, there's kind of 2 ways they can add value to their team. First, there's the run the offense well. When the offense creates a play that works, being able to successfully run that play. Then there's something like this, which is going to be, you have a play that's supposed to work, right? Mahomes is going to roll out towards the bottom of the screen. There is a play action involved. The 2 receivers on that side of the field is where Mahomes is going to look to throw. However, right when this play begins, you see how Mahomes does this, but right here, the 2 players he's looking towards are not open. Mahomes already saw this and is already figuring something else out. Because again, what do you do here? Well, okay, you could look for another option, but there's not another option available. However, look at right there. So you have Hassan Reddick playing off-ball linebacker. Somewhere the Cardinals are saying, yeah, see, there's some logic behind it, right? Having Hassan Reddick as an off-ball linebacker, because famously they tried to make him an off-ball linebacker. Might not have been the smartest strategy there. But Mahomes is doing something to fake out Reddick. What he's doing is look at how far he's looking towards the middle of the field. He's staring at a receiver who's clearly not open. Mahomes is not trying to throw it there, but all he's doing is looking there to try and freeze Reddick, and it's working. I mean, you see Reddick's weight has kind of shifted towards his right. So when Mahomes then scrambles out, Reddick is not able to make the tackle, and Mahomes is able to pick up a decent amount of yards there. Again, was this a massive play? No, it wasn't. But the reality is, an average quarterback gets maybe a couple of yards on this play. Mahomes was able to get 8 yards on this play, and that matters. And the reality is, had he stayed up straight, maybe he definitely gets the first down if he decides to take the hit, chose that the hit was not worth it in that spot, which I don't disagree with. But that's kind of what the Mahomes magic is, right? That's Mahomes' value, is he's very good at running an offense, but his value is when things break down, he finds ways to still get the ball down the field. Like this one's going to be another one where, this one wasn't his best throw. In fact, you might argue this was his worst throw of the game, but it was still an impressive play. Again, I'm trying to make sure I don't do the Chris Collinsworth, that's the best play I ever saw when Mahomes, the ball slipped out of his hand. But I think it's fair to say that there was some, this play was not a perfect throw, but it was a really good play to get him in position to make an imperfect throw for a catch. What's going to happen is it's a blitz right here. It's cover 1 blitz. So 5 Eagles players, the 5 guys on the line, will all be rushing the quarterback. Mahomes takes the snap, and you see that right here, there, is a little bit of a pocket. Again, Chiefs offensive line, very good. That was one of the real underrated things going into this week, was everyone talked about the greatness of the Eagles offensive line, rightfully so, but the Chiefs offensive line, very good and had a very good day. But you see right here, Mahomes, he's pressured because, as I thought that while the Chiefs offensive line had a good day, the Eagles defensive line also had a good day and got pressure. And so you're in a situation where, for Mahomes, nothing is open right now and he's about to run out of time. And this is where just Mahomes finds kind of ways in the pocket to give himself an extra second in ways that other quarterbacks don't, while at the same time keeping his head downfield and being able to still make throws. Watch him step up in the pocket, and then while contact was being made, a bit of a low throw, but is still able to put enough on it to get it to Kelsey. And again, is that a perfect throw? No, but there was contact getting made, but the reason why there was just contact and he wasn't getting sacked was because of his vision and kind of his pocket awareness. All those things work so well together, and part of what makes him so great. Also little things, and again, other quarterbacks do this. This isn't just a Mahomes thing, but, Mahomes is very good at it, where this one is going to once again be a cover 1 man play. Mahomes, what he's going to do here, this isn't something that no quarterbacks do, but this is something that the best quarterbacks do, right? There are plenty of quarterbacks who don't do this stuff, but the best ones do this stuff. Watch how Mahomes takes a snap, and he's looking towards his left. But okay, nothing's open there, right? In fact, nothing's even close to being open. Mahomes isn't looking in that direction. That's not what he's trying to do here. Mahomes is just using his eyes to make sure that he, just gives his teammates on the other side of the field a better opportunity. If there is someone covering over the middle, they're going to lean over towards the left, which there is actually. There is a player who's covering over the middle, but he's now moving towards the left side of the field. Does it matter on this play? I don't know, but Mahomes is just taking that extra step to make sure he gets guys out of position. So then when Mahomes eventually looks towards the right, he also scrambles towards the right. Again, so good at getting some extra time, he finally finds Justin Watson, who is winning his one-on-one matchup. Again, if you want to look downfield at the safety, you see how far over he is towards the left side of the field. Just goes to show how effective looking towards one direction of the field really is. But yeah, Mahomes makes the throw, Watson makes the grab. They're able to pick up a decent play on that one. It's just the little things, the little subtleties in Mahomes' game that go so underlooked, but are really a key factor in what he does so well. We know all the obvious stuff. We know he can hit these, wide open receivers that Andy Reid schemes up. But, he does some other stuff to help get his receivers open as well. That's the other part of it. Going over to this one, another thing he does so well is when guys aren't open, he still finds ways to get the ball down the field. Again, I always say, when receivers aren't getting open, no quarterback looks good. My exception was always kind of Lamar Jackson, because he's kind of a guy who he doesn't need receivers to get open to have success because of his running ability. But, Mahomes is no slouch in the running ability as well, where it's going to be zone coverage right here. But watch as when Mahomes takes the snap, he looks downfield and just nothing is really open. Again, maybe you could throw it to Kelsey over the middle, but there's a linebacker, TJ Edwards, coming in, could knock the ball away. There's a chance it could work, but it's not a great chance, and it's only going to get you a few yards. A first down, sure, on 2nd down and 3, that matters, but you want to get more than that, and it's not a high percentage play either way, so he's going to look elsewhere. Mahomes, instead, again, finds a way to get outside the pocket, sort of starts to go through the middle, but then gets to the outside, which is, again, always very good at getting outside the pocket, getting himself some extra time. And at this point, no one is open. But again, you're outside the pocket. Watch Mahomes scramble, and look at how many yards he gets, too. I was not expecting him to be able to pick up that many yards on that play, but that's exactly what Mahomes did. And again, this is part of the greatness of Mahomes, is his scrambling ability. And this was not his best scramble of the game. You have this one where what's just so devastating about playing Mahomes is, against this team, the way they're set up now with no Tyreek Hill, a lot of times it might actually be the right strategy to play some man coverage, try to see if you can man up on some of these guys. The issue is now you're, in this situation, the only player who isn't rushing the passer who's going to have eyes on Mahomes is the safety who's going to be 30 yards down the field. So the reality is this is a dangerous game to play. Patrick Mahomes is going to take the snap. There's a blitz, which, generates a pressure, but Mahomes is able to step up in the pocket once again. You have to be so careful when rushing Mahomes. He's so good at doing this. He looks downfield. Nothing is open yet again. And again, I'm not trying to say nothing was open all game. There were definitely plenty of plays where guys were getting open. I'm just saying on the plays where there weren't guys getting open, he still found ways to have success. There's Eagles players all around him right now. The defensive linemen are right there, but again, he just finds ways. Watch him be able to really just outrun those Philadelphia players who were right behind him, and he's able to get the ball inside the 20, and that set up the game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl. So again, his playmaking is top tier. It's the best in the league. Might be the best we've ever seen. He's so good at this kind of stuff, and I think that he deserves all the credit that he gets. People say the media overhypes him. I disagree. I think they hype him properly because I think he is that good. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.